All right, guys, this is the big day here. Saturday, we got day 1D of the main event starting in 45 minutes from now. And I'm trying to make a run across the street to go to X-Let, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough time, but we're doing our best right now, so we'll see what happens. I like this breakfast place. I haven't found a good breakfast or lunch in Paris, so I'm just making the walk across the street here. And I feel good, guys. I mean, yesterday was a rough day, to be fair. You know, losing 7,700 on the satellites is not really the most ideal thing to do, but we did our best. I feel really good about the way I played. I feel really good about the way I've handled myself throughout the entire Vegas trip. You know, sometimes I go on these live stops and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have played that late night cash game session when I was tired and tilted, and I've had none of that this session. I've been really disciplined. I've been playing in, you know, games that are fantastic. So everything's been really, really good. And I had some dreams about like, because I couldn't, you know, fall asleep right away last night. So I had some dreams about like being back in the chip lead. I know I saw like for day 1A, B, and C, the chip leaders all had like slightly over 300K. I was visioning like building a stack of like 564,000 or something crazy, but obviously, you know, that might be unrealistic for day one, and you know, could be just a massive far-fetched. But either way, all I'm gonna do is play my best. We might bag 0, you know, we might get kicked out. We might bag 30, we might bag 40, we might bag 80. I don't know, right? We're just here for it, and I'm gonna play my absolute best. I will update you guys with any big hands that do happen, maybe even some small hands if they're quite interesting. But for now, we're gonna go to X-Let and let's do it, you know? Let's do it. Good luck us. Guys, we just got to X-Let. Look at this line at X-Let. Look at this line. Watch, I'm gonna take you through. Look at this line. We're gonna probably stand on it and take my food to go. I need it in the poker room, but check this out. Look at this. Unbelievable. This is insane. I'll show you when I get all the way to the end. Oh my goodness. This might take a long time, guys. Goes all the way to the end of the hole. And then curves to the left. We might be late for this tournament. I hope not. I'll get off the line if we're cutting it close, but let's see what happens. We are now walking out of the Cosmopolitan without any X-Let inside my stomach or in my hand or anything. We waited on the line for 10 minutes. The line was far too long, guys. I couldn't risk it. It's 11:45 already. I have 15 minutes to get back to the Horseshoe and find my table. I'm not gonna have any time to eat anything, so hopefully I can grab something at the table, or on the first break I'll have to jet out and find something that I can put inside me, because gosh, I'm so hungry. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. So let's see. Hopefully I can order some food at the table. That will be ideal. That's the first thing I'll ask when I get back, and hopefully we'll be able to figure it out, you know, because otherwise, you know, I feel like I don't play my best when I'm really, really hungry. So yeah, let's see. Or maybe I can find something on the way. God, that would be amazing. We'll see. All right, guys, see you. All right, guys, so we're on the second break here of the main event 1D, and the only interesting hand I played was I had 10-9 suited in the cutoff, and this was actually a really interesting hand. I have 10-9 suited in the cutoff. This is first level, so blinds 100, 200, 200 ante. I raise to 500. I get a call from the button, who's a reg right behind me, and then the small blind and big blind both call as well. Flop comes 9-5-2 with one spade. I have 10-9 of spades. It goes check. I bet about 33% pot, and the button right behind me calls on 9-5-2 rainbow, and small blind and big blind fold. So we go to a turn. I see a 10. What a beautiful card. 10 ball. Jackpot, right? So we hit the 10, and this guy's a reggy kind of guy, so I'm like, I'm going to trap this guy. So I check it over to him. And he bets 8,000 into 6,500. Now, that big bet, I read into it as like one of a couple things. It could be a hand like pocket twos, pocket fives, or a hand like 8-7 suited makes a lot of sense to me as well. Some bluff like that, or maybe a queen jack suited or something that he floated the flop, maybe king queen suited, something like that. So I call, obviously, I'm not going anywhere. And in the river comes a really weird card. The river comes a jack. So now the run is 9-5-2, 10, jack. And I was like, I really don't like that card. Whatever, I check it over. Because now that fills in his king queen, that fills in his 8-7, his sets still win. And like, I don't know what else he has as a bluff there. Like, unless he turns like, it's difficult. Unless he turn a hand like pocket sixes, pocket sevens on the turn into like a random bluff, which he could have, but, or like 5-6 suited that he called a flop, he turned that into a bluff or something like that. It's just hard. So he thinks about it, tanks. And he bets 16,000 into a pot of about 22,000-ish, or 21,000, something like that. Yeah, 22,000 pot into 22,500. About 16,000. I timed for like 4 minutes, and I ended up making the fold there, but I'm not 100% sure about it. Obviously, we don't know what he had. He was some reg. He's never going to tell me. I think his range there is like pocket twos, pocket fives, 8-7 suited. He could have some king queen suited. His bluffs would be things like 6-5 suited. Maybe he had like pocket sixes, sevens, eights that he just decided to blast on a turn with in the river. It's just not much in the way of finding easy bluffs there, but he did seem like a pretty good reg. But after staying at the table with him for the next few hours, I think I made the right fold. I'm not sure, but I think it was the right fold. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys would have called there, if you guys would have folded, and why. Let me know. I'm reading the comments, guys. All right? I'll see you guys after dinner break. Guys. That was something, you know? That was something. So, there's a lot of small pots, but I'm not going to get too deep into those. A lot of small pots. A lot of pots I think I played really well. A couple that I blundered a little bit. So it's now 2 in the morning and I'm walking back to my hotel room. The casino's absolutely packed, by the way. 2 in the morning, right? I was just hanging out with my brother and some of his friends. We were just talking about some hands and the main event, day 1D. So I got up to a peak of 110,000 chips from starting stack of 60,000. First table was great. And then I got to my second table, and it was even better. It was even better, guys. It was even better. About 20 minutes left in the night. I have about 85,000 in chips. And the pot happens. So I have ace-2 suited in the big blind. Big blind 600. The cutoff opens to 1800, 3x, which is not like super out of the ordinary because we're so deep, right? So he 3x is the cutoff. I thought he was a reg, but I don't think so anymore after this hand. So I didn't have any information on these guys. That was the thing. I just got moved to this table about 45 minutes or an hour ago. I defended the ace-2 suited, ace-2 of hearts in the big blind to this 1800 cutoff raise. And the flop comes ace-4-2 rainbow. Hello. Hello, Mr. Flop, right? Hello. Okay, so I check call the flop. Very standard. I like check calling better than check raising there with top and bottom. So he bets 1,500 into 4,500 on the flop, and I check called. Okay, so going to the turn. Queen of diamonds brings in a flush draw. So I check to him. He bets 3,500 into 7,000. I check call again. So now the pot is 14,000. And the river comes a 4. Ouch. the old 4-ball comes on the river, which counterfeits my 2-pair. So I check it over to him, and he bets 5,000 into 14,000. Now, I was thinking if he had ace king or ace queen, he might bet a little bit bigger. I still thought maybe he could still have some ace king and ace queen, but I gave him less of that and maybe more of middling aces. So I ended up check jamming on him for 35,000 more. So I check jammed to 40,000. He bet 5,000 into 14,000. I check jammed 40,000. He thinks about it for like 5 seconds, and then he does the most non-reg thing in the world. He's like, ah, fuck it. And then he puts the money in, and he has ace king. Brutal, absolutely brutal. I mean, that spot is, I've been thinking about it last hour or two. It's kind of brutal, guys. So I'm just gonna stand here for a second. I don't know if he's gonna bet hands like ace 9 or ace 10 or ace 8 on the river there on that run out. So it was ace 4-2, queen 4. Maybe he just checks them. So if he checks his aces that we chop with, essentially like anything ace jack or worse, then our jam ends up being pretty bad, because then he only has like ace king, ace queen, aces and queens. But if he ever bets the chop aces, then that's massive for us to check jam there, get him off the chops. I actually thought he would have folded ace king there too, because guys, who bluffs there? Who bluffs that spot, right? Who bluffs that spot? I thought he would have folded ace king there. I honestly did. I mean, I just have a 4 there all day. King 4, 5-4, 4-3. I'm in the big blind. Queen 4, right? I have all the 4s there, guys. Not all the 4s, but I have 4s there. I have king 4, queen 4, 4-3, and 5-4, all full frequency, all of it's in that range, right? I could even have ace 4 if I decide not to check raise the flop. So I have so many 4s there. I thought he would definitely fold ace king. I didn't ever think he had aces or queens. I think he would have bet bigger on the river. So I took that completely out of the range. So I thought he's either betting an ace for a chop. I knew he wasn't bluffing. I mean, people don't bluff in this spot. I thought he was betting an ace for a chop, or he had ace king or ace queen. And I thought I could make everything fold besides for ace queen, and I thought ace queen could even fold. So I felt really good about this spot. But then he waited 5 seconds and said, fuck it. That was a 100,000 chip pot, unfortunately. So if we won that one, I would have been bagging, I would have bagged 135,000 in chips, but instead we're bagging 34,600 in chips. And that's that, you know, from starting 60,000, we're bagging 34,600. It kind of sucks, to be honest. It was kind of painful when he called, but for me in these live tournaments now, the only thing I care about is I want to make sure I'm playing my best. So if I make a play, I'm not going to be afraid to pull the trigger and make a bluff in a big spot. I'm gonna fire it. If I think it's a good spot, I'm gonna fire. I'm not going to shy away. And I know a lot of these live players make some big folds, guys. So yeah, so we did it and we got crushed. You know, what can I say? Now it's 2 in the morning. I'm going to hit the hay. I'm so tired, guys. Sunday's tomorrow, and so I might go to the Aria and play like a mystery bounty tournament because we're just a grinder. I don't know. Maybe I might take the day off and get in the sun a little bit and just hang out. I might do that. I'm not sure. I'm going to see how I'm feeling in the morning. I'm not going to make any commitments right now. If I'm feeling good in the morning, we'll do it. If I'm not, then we're not going to do it, and that's that. So we're going to go to sleep now, and Monday will be day 2. I've got 34,600. We'll have about, the big blind will be 800, so we'll have, how many big blinds is that? 40 something. So yeah, we're still chilling, you know. We're still kicking, guys. We're still kicking. This tournament structure is still amazing. It's still deep, so we're still kicking, loving life. I'll see you guys. Thank you for watching the vlog. Like, comment, subscribe. All right, see you guys.